Good morning, Year 11. So before we get started with this video, which we're going to be looking at expanding double brackets, I first of all need to do a quick little starter with you on multiplying with negative numbers. So can you please pause this video, write out these 10 questions and answer them in your books, and then unpause the video when you are ready to carry on. Okay, so hopefully this is what you got. So from the beginning, 12 minus 35 minus 48, 36, 24, 42, minus 56, minus 27, 120 and minus 42. Ideally, you need to have gotten the majority of those correct to carry on with the next exercise. And just as a quick recap, when you've got one negative and you're multiplying it by one positive, and it doesn't matter which order those are in, you will get a negative answer. And when you are multiplying two negatives together, that will generate a positive result. Okay, so examples of those here, minus 12 times by minus 10. So that was two negatives, that brings out a positive answer. And then let's have a look here, 14 times by minus 3. That is a positive with a negative. And again, remember, it doesn't matter which way around the positive and negative are, it will still generate that negative answer there. Notice with the positive answer, we're not in the habit of writing a positive, but you could write down plus 120 if you really wanted to, but no one does that because it's a lot of energy. So, moving on. Okay then, so this is how a question would be set out. It would ask you to expand x plus 3 and x plus 7. Now, if you've ever seen funny exam answers online, what I don't mean by expand is this. I don't mean just write it out bigger. That's not the kind of expand. What we want you to do is mathematically expand these two brackets. And that means the following. So here, the x plus 3, everything in the second bracket is getting multiplied by the x at some point, because when we expand, we're multiplying out. And everything in the second bracket also needs to be multiplied by this 3. Now, the easiest way to do that is to set up a table as follows. So it doesn't matter which way round they go, all that matters is that you have got your positive with the correct number. So here I've got x and positive 3. Okay, and in the second one I have x and positive 7. So by expanding, I'm going to be multiplying these together. So in this space here, I'm going to write down what happens when I multiply x by x. Okay, so when I've got x multiplied by x, that is going to give me an x squared. Okay, it's times by itself. Then on the next one, I've got a positive 3 multiplied by x. I'm going to write the answer for that here. And 3 times by x is going to give me 3x. And that is a positive 3x because obviously I had a positive there. So the next one we've got is x multiplied by positive 7. We're going to write the answer for that here. So that's going to give us 7x. And again, that's a positive because the 7 and the x were both positive. And finally, what happens if I multiply a positive 3 by a positive 7? Well, that's going to give me a positive 21. Now, everything that's in this table, we're going to write it out. So I have x squared, that's that bit. I'm going to cross it off as I go along as well so you can see where it comes from. I've got plus 3x, I'm going to cross that out. I've got plus 7x, I'm going to cross that out. And then I've got plus 21. Now, in most cases, you will find that you are able to collect the two terms in the middle, and you would be expected to do that. So that's going to give me x squared plus 10x plus 21, and that is going to be my final answer. I've expanded it, and that is what it's asked me to do. Okay, have a look at the next example where we've got some negatives included too. Okay, so here we've been asked to expand x plus 5 with x minus 6. So start by setting up your table in exactly the same way. So if I pop these out here, I'm probably going to put these in as well just to make it a bit clearer this time. So x and positive 5, and then I've got x with minus 6. So if I multiply x by x, then I'm going to get x squared. If I multiply positive 5 by x, then I will get plus 5x. If I multiply x by minus 6, I will get minus 6x. And finally, if I multiply 5 by minus 6, okay, think about what's going to happen there. That's going to give me minus 30. So again, let's write out all of the terms that we've just generated. So anything either side of those lines we ignore. So x squared plus 5x minus 6x minus 30. Now we need to be careful when we collect these two middle terms. If I've got positive 5 and I subtract 6, so on a thermometer, imagine that you are at a positive 5 and you want to go down by 6, you're subtracting 6. So here's 0, you're going to end up at minus 1. So that's going to be minus x that we have in the middle. And then minus 30. And again, job's finished. So go back to your email and have a look at the link for the worksheet that you should try. See you tomorrow.